Time for vocal sims, or like
time to do our daily vocal sims. Go.
Hello.
Hello. Hi. Welcome to the Red Chucks podcast.
Hey guys.
I'm Katie.
And I'm Molly.
We're Red Chucks. We'll talk about why soon. Why'd we make this podcast, Molly?
Because we talk and laugh all the time, and we have so much fun, and we thought, why not share this joy with the world?
Exactly. You know, let's make this friendship between us and how many people are subscribed to this YouTube channel or listen to us on Spotify. I gotta sneeze. Oh my god.
Profitable.
Bless you.
It was so cinematic. Achoo!
I'm a big achoo girly. Okay. Yes, so we made this podcast. We got serious. We made this podcast. It's actually gonna be, it's not gonna be just people yapping like some of these, like, friendship podcasts are. We are gonna yap, but we have some sort of structure, I think. We have some, what do you call them?
Topics?
Oh, no. There's a certain word in podcast.
Segments?
Segments! We're professionals, guys. We have some segments and everything planned out. So, get ready. It's gonna be a fun time. I don't know how often we're gonna post. We'll figure that out soon. Anyway.
Yeah, each episode we're gonna cover, like, 4 or 5 different things that are in the topic list. And the topic list could be ongoing and ongrowing.
Yes,
so.
We have about 30 so far. So, that's fun. But most of the time, every time we will start with something about our friendship in the past to give you some context about our life, because we will probably be bringing up stuff. So, obviously, first podcast. First podcast. We are going to talk about how we met and became friends, because that is a goofy story.
So
and
fun.
It has to do with the name of the podcast.
It all connects. Gosh.
We're so smart. Anyway,
Crazy.
Do you want to start the story? Or do you want me to start the story?
I got this.
Okay.
So,
I'll give my side of the story later. But
okay. Picture this. 2005. I'm born. No. We're going to fast forward a little bit.
okay.
I think it would have been... Maybe I'll list the first time I remember hearing of you.
Scary thought. Do I even know this? Okay.
It would have been 2019.
We're releasing some files right now.
Digging through the archives in my mind.
Okay. 2019.
2019. I was friends with someone, kinda. We can get into that another day. But I found out about Katie's brother. And then through that, obviously, I found out about Katie. I think it was stuff about Minecraft or Terraria. That, like, you played Minecraft or Terraria with this friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
Friend of mine.
Indeed.
And,
Indeed I did.
So I heard about you through that. And in the summer of 2019, I went to Katie's youth group, like, 3 or 4 times in the summer. Because our churches are sister churches.
Mm-hmm.
And so I remember, like, kind of seeing her there, but I didn't, like, think too much of it. And then in the summer of 2020, fast forward a year, we were at the same summer camp.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing that connected us was...
Red Chucks.
We both had the exact same pair of red Converse on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, yeah, we were like, oh my goodness, we have the same shoes! And I just remember, like, oh my goodness, that's so cool, because I didn't know anyone else that had red high-top Converse like I did. And then, as summer camp typically goes, when camp ends, you kind of forget about people. So I then, later that summer, I started seeing someone, and I went on a youth retreat to his church, and lo and behold, Katie was there! What are the chances? And what are the more chances, even more, that we got put in the exact same room for the weekend. So, that's kind of a little bit of the overview. Katie, do you want to get into a little more detail of that?
Well, I'm going to go on from my point of view. I'll get into some details, too. I was going to say it was the first time, like, I ever thought of you. That's weird. Was summer of 22. But that's actually wrong. It was fall of 2019. I was on a retreat with my mom, a mother-daughter retreat. Mm-hmm. And we were, like, getting ready for, like, the fancy meal. And I was like, I was curling my hair or doing whatever. I don't think I curled my hair back then. I did something to get ready. And my mom was on Facebook while she was waiting for me. And she saw the friend of mine that I played Terraria with, whatever, went to homecoming with this girl. And my mom was like, oh, this person had a date to homecoming. And it was, like, this big deal. And she, like, shows me the picture or whatever. I'm like, she looks so familiar. How do I know her? And I think it's probably because we probably went to that same summer camp all the time.
Probably.
But we probably just never talked. And so I was probably like, I know that girl. And I think I was like, I think it's from camp. Maybe. Like, I wasn't so certain. But then fast forward to summer of 2020. I was having a terrible week. I had to be, like, the lowest of the food chain of the staff. And I hated it, and the people on my team also, like, left me out of things all the time. So I was having a terrible time. But I found this girl that had other red sneakers on. And then I remember, like, people talk about friend crushes. That was what I had. I was like, I have to be your friend. Like, she's so cool. And I remember one time specifically, like, the helpers, which is what I was called. And she was, were you staff or were you just a counselor at that point?
I would have been a counselor.
Okay. Yeah, she was a counselor or whatever. So, like, during craft time, you have to, like, be around, but, like, you don't really have to, like, breathe down your kids' necks like you do at, like, a chapel or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I remember you telling a story to one of, like, the adults about your fear of Frosty the Snowman. And I just remember thinking, like, I was just sitting there, you know, having such a long day, not wanting to talk to anyone because everyone was kind of being mean to me. And you're just telling this story about Frosty the Snowman, and it's so funny, and your storytelling was so good, which is something that still is so true. And I remember thinking, like, oh, I gotta be your friend. Like, that's so cool. And then camp was over, and I never thought I would see you again. I forgot that you came in my youth group entirely, in all honesty. And then the retreat, we clicked like that. I think I was going through a tough time with, like, deciding. I'm always the type of person who, like, I want to have one best friend or, like, two best friends. Like, I don't like to have this scatter of, they're kind of my friends. So, like, I was having that kind of position where it's like, here's someone I kind of know, here's someone I kind of know. And so you coming in as an outsider and kind of clinging to me because I was the only person you really knew besides the boy who was not in your room, obviously. Obviously. Instantly clicking with me, I was like, heck yeah, I'm going to find a friend and just stick with them. And yeah, the rest is really history. We've been through a lot of different friendships between the two of us, but this has stayed strong. Yeah. So the Red Chucks has stayed strong. At that retreat, we'll bring up what actually started the term Red Chucks. We'll talk a little bit about, but we won't go full into what we did. But we wrote a song, and one day we'll share some of that story. But we did it under the name Red Chucks. That was the name of our band. Mm-hmm. Of two. It was not good. It's not a real song. It's insane.
Well, I think it was the best release of the year.
Sure. Well, have you heard the other music that released on TikTok in 2020? It might have been, like,
might have worked.
It might have. But yeah, we went by Red Chucks then, and then we make little videos, or we do this, or we do that, and we just automatically, like, Red Chucks. That's our name. So, yeah, the Red Chucks podcast. Yeah, that's how we met and became friends. Should we have a break from our not sponsors?
Yeah, I think it's time for a break from who's not sponsoring today's episode.
So, hold up. We don't have sponsors. This is the first episode of our podcast.
To rephrase, we don't have sponsors yet.
But we still have things we love and we want to support. So, you want to tell us the first of our This episode is not sponsored by...
This episode is not sponsored by Vita Mahjong. Vita Mahjong is an interactive, fun Asian-style game where you connect tiles and play against computers. It's really fun. It's a great way to keep your mind active. The game tells you itself that if you play it for 30 minutes a day, you'll sleep better and feel better about living. So, I've really enjoyed it. I've been playing for maybe like 2 months now, and it's quickly become a new personality. It's very fun and very irritating and very addictive. I maybe need to go to counseling for that. But this episode is not sponsored by Vita Mahjong.
This episode is also not sponsored by Jackbox Party Pack 11. It is not sponsored, but it's great. There's a lot of games. If you don't know what Jackbox is, you can either play it virtually and like screen record on like Discord or Zoom or something, or not screen record, screen share, or you can do it in person on a TV or something, and every player uses a phone or a tablet or even a laptop as a controller, and you can play games but also do it on a couch or do it in so different locations, it's great. This pack has games like Dominate, where you it's very goofy, silly. You get to ruin good things and then make them better again. You also have games, I'm forgetting all those. Cookie House, where you have to decorate cookies in certain shapes that they give you, like a cookie cutter, but you're not supposed to make them what they are, and they give you prompts and stuff. It's so fun. I've been enjoying it a lot recently. This is kind of a gaming section of non-sponsored. Anyway, yeah, so those are our not sponsors for this episode.
And we're so thankful that you haven't sponsored us today.
But we will take your sponsorship, regardless.
DM us.
This will only happen once unless you actually sponsor us. We will only talk about you once unless you do sponsor us, then we will talk about you again.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Incentive.
Yes.
So, a big part of this podcast, and a big part of something that's been consistent between us and our friendship, is having this center focal point of Christianity. I'm a Christian, Katie's a Christian, both of us are majoring in college for things for Christian ministry, various aspects of that. And so it wouldn't be our podcast and our friendship podcast if we didn't talk about Jesus, of course.
Amen.
So we're going to give today just like little spiritual updates, where we're at, what we're learning, how's it going, and just kind of like raw and authentic, that it's like you don't always have to have a picture perfect faith, that it's like the joy of being in fellowship with each other is being honest and sharing that love.
Yeah.
So,
do you want me to start?
Sure.
Okay.
If you want to dive right in.
Well, I'm gonna dive right into the deep end. I'm not doing too good spiritually. A lot of my, when I'm doing, how I feel close to God is reading the Bible, doing my prayer journal, and that's my routine. And when my routine in life is messed up, like the holidays and like this and that, and I don't have the structure of doing school or going to work in this past week and this upcoming week, that throws off my structure of life, throws off my structure of when I'm doing my quiet times. So I'm not doing too well. I don't know. I think Christmas Eve was the last day I did anything related to that. So yeah, it's not going too well, because my structure of life is, and that's not a, what do you call it? What do you call it? Excuse, that's the word. It's not an excuse, because it's definitely like they say about men. If you wanted to, you would. But I think, even with Christmas, I think I'm feeling discouraged in some ways, because I feel like I need to see things from God to feel like, okay, like it's worth it. And that's not the way to be. And I know it's not the way to be, but like in my heart, I'm like, oh. But like, it hasn't really done anything for me. So like, which is such a bad way to, for it to happen. But I'm hoping I can get back on it. Accountability. And I also, coming in the new year, not that I shouldn't start this now, even though it's late December, I want to start doing both morning and night, so that even if I fail one, I'm not missing it for a whole day,
Yeah.
And then also, if I don't fail one, then I'm getting double, and really just living in God's presence. So that's on my New Year's resolutions, to make that a habit. Especially, I'm going off to college in August, so like making a habit now so that when I'm busy at college, it hopefully transfers, or at least I can have somewhat of a foundation. But yeah. So yeah, not doing too good, but I'm trying to get back into it, but yep.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing that with us.
Yep.
I guess for me, I think I'd say I'm doing like mid-tier. Not good, not terrible, but kind of just in the middle right now. Kind of like what Katie said, I definitely fell out of a routine just from different life circumstances and the holidays that came up. The past, not this past Sunday, but in the past like 4 Sundays, I think I've preached 2 of them, which is a blessing. I love preaching. I love getting to share God's word. But then it also comes with this aspect that I seem to feel the need to take the time I'm using to sermon prep and substitute that as, I spent my time with God today. I did my devotional. I read my Bible. It's like, that's not quite, like, there's a need and a space and a time for that, but there's also a need for individual time that isn't necessarily study focused, but just being able to enjoy God's presence and love him and give him our obedience. So that was kind of a challenge. But I think God still uses that for our own advantage. I always think it's so interesting how much I can get out of preaching, even for myself in application, that it's like, yes, I'm preaching this to an audience, but it's speaking to me in a different way of just like, one of the passages I preached on, I think it was 2 weeks back in Lancaster, I ended up like, it was from Psalms, it was Psalm 139, verse 11 and 12, and I ended up reading Psalm 139 to my grandfather right before he passed away that same week. And so it's just so interesting how, like, God connected everything together, that it's like, he would have me study this passage in depth to, like, learn about it in the context, and then to be able to share it with my grandfather. It was interesting. So, kind of just mid-tier, kind of what Katie said, going into this new year. I think I started the Bible recap series last year by Tara Lee Cobble, and I got maybe... Don't laugh. I got like 60 or 70 days into it. I can't remember, but somewhere in that range, I guess. And it was really good, and I loved it. But I have this kind of perfectionist mentality with like doing my devotional, that if I miss one day, that like it's ruined. And so I was kind of fighting that in the beginning of the year, where I would like make it up the next day by doing 2. But the one day I got so mad at myself for missing 2 days in a row that I didn't do it the rest of the year. So,
okay.
We're gonna try not to be that extreme this year. So that's kind of my goal, is to pick up where I left off in Leviticus, and I'll have like 60 days of wiggle room for the rest of the year. If I miss one, then I like don't have to be so hard on myself.
Yeah, that's good.
Wow.
Well, how did we transition into another goofy?
I think we'll take a step back and we can talk about some of our vocal stems.
I don't even know what my vocal stems are.
I'm trying to think. I like the one of the little kid and the mom's like, "Did you eat the kinetic sand?" "Yes, I do." And it's all over his face.
The one I've been using a lot is a classic. It's so old, but Kim, there are people who are dying.
I sent you that this morning on Instagram.
Yes, because I said that last night, I think.
And then I saw the whole video.
Oh, that's a good one. Because you can use that when people are being overdramatic.
Kim, there's people that are dying.
I think of that every time someone's overdramatic to me. I'm like, Kim, there's people who are dying right now.
My diamond earring! You dropped it in the ocean.
Like that. That's ultimate top tier. Anything you can use... Well, the funny ones that are random, but like the right is like the Krispy Kreme. That's from that.
Have you ever had a Krispy Kreme?
Was it crispy? Right.
Right.
Like that. Anything that you can use that like fits into a conversation naturally is so funny.
That, like, naturally works itself in a conversation.
Exactly. But then it's also still, like, so brain-rotted.
Yeah.
You know?
But it's like, you have to know it. And then, like, when you hear it, you, like, get triggered. Like, Coca-Cola.
Hello!
Like, people drink Coke all the time. And it's pretty common to come up. So people are gonna trigger me.
Yeah. Oh, I just drank a Coke yesterday, and the whole time I'm just like, hello.
Hello.
But also, you got me. I'd be thinking about SpongeBob being good, but it's okay.
That's a newer one.
You
but I
literally
like it.
played it once.
Dude, it was so good. And the dance is so cute and easy that it's so fun.
It's so fun. I'm
Oh.
trying to think of what else. There's more. It's your grandma from Stranger Things.
It's your grandma.
It's your like, that's my go-to, like, I'm knocking on my brother's door. It's your grandma.
My one from Stranger Things, it's from season 5, so it's kind of new, is when Holly goes, breakfast! And so every time I'm, like, making breakfast for Mom, I always, like, about scream it.
No, because her British comes out so much in that. She goes,
Wait.
breakfast!
I haven't even paid attention to that.
Yeah, it is so British.
Nell Fisher is such a British name.
Nell Fisher. I'm trying to think.
Oh, obviously. Suck my fat one!
That one I never say, but I think about.
I've said it before.
Oh, you have. know
I
you have.
just did.
Oh, your mom.
Your mom.
Stranger Things is just has a swarm of vocal stems. They're so funny.
Yeah.
I also like Ghost.
Goes. He freaks out.
Ghost. I just like anything Eleven says. I think it's hilarious. I'm trying to think. What other... There's probably so many vocal stems that I do and I don't even think about it.
Mouth breather.
I can't even think.
Oh, I like the one. Oh, it's gonna escape my mind right now. When it's like a behind the scenes footage from season 1 where she's in the bathroom with the clothes. Have you seen that?
Maybe. What, did she say something?
She says something.
I don't remember.
I could pull it up. I just saw it this morning and saved it.
Mm.
Oh, what was it?
Oh, one I get called back to. It's very odd and specific, but anytime Ratatouille comes up, I think of that video, Noah Schnapp. Have you seen it? He goes to watch Ratatouille. He's on Instagram Live.
Okay.
And he's going to watch Ratatouille on, like, Apple. And it says that his rental expired. So he goes, what does this mean? Did I just buy Ratatouille for nothing? And every time, and it popped up a lot when I was at Disney last year, going on the Ratatouille ride. It was like hamsters on a treadmill, just like trying to reach, saying that. But I was alone in the queue with my mother who did not understand. So I'm like, I can't do it. But what does this mean? Did I just write Ratatouille for nothing? He was so heartbroken.
Oh my gosh. I like the one where he's on, what is it, Omegle? Or what's that thing where people
Yeah,
like
when you talk to random
anonymously,
people.
like rant, and
Yeah.
he goes, that's a child! And then the kid goes, and that's an ugly pimply, and he's like, that gets me every time.
Yeah.
Or him doing I'm a savage. The renegade.
Yeah.
Water break.
Want to break too much cackling. Too much chuckling.
Chuckling.
Chuckling. Oh, that's a vocal stem.
What?
Have you ever seen? Okay, it's the mom filming the goats.
A black one.
A black one. That
Top
one is
5
so fun.
Down syndrome moments.
That's not even the Down syndrome moment. That's crazy. No, anytime there's anything that like someone's like, oh, can you hand me the black one or whatever? I go, a black one. And it's probably in nowhere of my like I can say it. It's a reference, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't think it's mean, but I'm just like, a black one.
Cracks
So
me up.
iconic.
And then it got even funnier when it ended up in the top 5 Down syndrome moment reel, but it's not even anyone in that video has Down syndrome. So it makes it 10 times funnier.
Yeah. That one. And I referenced it in New York last week when I was there. And my brother went, what? I'm like, and so I had to show him the video. He thought it was hilarious. But I'm like, that's the funniest thing ever, and you don't know about it. Like,
Oh my gosh.
a shame.
Wait, have you finished watching The Paper?
No.
Oh. Well,
Sorry.
there's this one scene
Feel free to
where...
spoil it. It's been too long.
It's not a spoiler.
Oh,
Where Esmeralda is pretending, she's like, maybe I can do an American accent. And she goes, Merry Christmas, Frank. Nice cheeseburger, buddy. And the whole thing makes me and Colin laugh every time, like, out loud. And we'll just, like, randomly quote it to each other. It's, like, not, like, brain rot, but it's, like, television brain rot, I fear. I quote that all the time.
well, on the subject of The Paper, it was kind of a vocal sim because I kept hearing this. The one trailer where Esmeralda would go, quit being so self-deprecating. Every time it would play, I'd say it in like an Edna Mode accent. So that kind of counts as a vocal sim.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
also from The Paper.
I love The Paper. I also
Quit
like
being
the...
so self-deprecating.
The me haven't. Me would never.
That show was really good, but I need to finish it. But I was like, I'll watch it with my mom. I mean, not my mom. My dad and my brother. And we watched like 3 episodes and we haven't touched it since.
Bro, you have to finish it.
I might just say,
I
forget about them.
think I fear that someone from that could end up in your one Pinterest. Which
The
we'll
one
talk
guy?
about next time.
Yeah, we'll talk about that on the next one. Is it the guy who's like flirted with the
The blonde?
the ginger?
Yeah?
You think he's gonna be on my board?
No.
want two
I
gingers.
feel like his personality. I feel like his personality. He's not like visually your type.
That's true.
But I think his personality would be enough that you'd go, yeah.
There's a few that make it on that are like really not my physical type, but are definitely. I'm just like, oh. You know.
Period.
Period. Period.
Period. Period.
There's another vocal sim.
They kind of just will come out naturally as we talk more, guys.
Yes.
So now,
Dream guest on my podcast.
oh my gosh. You know what? Let's spice things up. Probably one of my exes.
Okay. The rules of this draft are simple. We get 5. Okay.
5. Okay.
You can. We'll go.
Back and forth.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, they're simple. Hold up.
So are we drafting for ourselves? Drafting for each other?
Let's draft for each other.
I think
Say
that'd be fun.
you're out sick. Or I'm out sick, whatever.
Ooh.
One of us is out sick, and we're like, it's okay, I'll find you a replacement. And it's your job to find replacements for the dream guest of who you think is going to be the most interesting for the viewers.
Ooh.
Okay?
Okay.
Who do you want me to have a conversation on the podcast with?
On the podcast.
Because you're out sick. That's... So, we'll rock, paper, scissors?
Sure.
Winner goes first.
Yeah.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh, you go first.
Are we doing best 2 out of 3?
We can.
Oh.
Wait.
Yes.
Okay.
Alright, so I get first round pick.
Yes. Who do you want me on a podcast with? And you don't have to do like someone I would enjoy.
Just
Although if
something
you
that
want
could be
to,
interesting.
Anything that would be interesting. Although you can say Taylor Swift. I wouldn't be mad.
I mean, I feel like that has to be your number 1 spot. I think for round 1 pick, for Katie, I'm going with Taylor Swift. And I think, not only because you love Taylor, but I think you guys could have really interesting conversations about some of her music and different things in it. Especially, like, Folklore Love Triangle. You would go crazy talking about that with Taylor herself. And I think that would make a great episode, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I would watch that. Clock it.
Taylor, if you want to join the podcast,
You can be our
you
not
can sponsor.
sponsor.
You can sponsor. She'll show up in the not sponsored at some point. For sure.
For sure.
Well, I have to go with the theme. What's the theme, guys? Use your eyes if you're on YouTube. I'm gonna go with Olivia Rodrigo. I feel like you would really benefit from having Olivia because you guys are like close in age. and, like, you have very different experiences, but I think, like, you could, like, really have good conversation. You can talk to her about faith and, like, have just, like, an open conversation, and I think that would be really interesting to not only the viewers, but to her and for you, to have those open conversations about things like that. And I think you guys would also just be best friends, because you see the videos, you see this, you see that about these celebrities, and that kind of shows the humanity, and I feel like she's so funny. Like, seeing her with Conan feels like me and you. Like, that's the vibe. So it's like, I feel like you guys would still be best friends. Like, how she is with Conan or Madison. So.
Ooh.
Anyway.
That's so true.
Now let's get into the nitty-gritty and the hard stuff.
Going into round 2, now that we've got our number 1 spots filled, who else is making that list?
Scared.
I'm scared too. I don't know what's gonna come out of my mouth.
Just don't name names if you want to allude to people in real life.
That's smart. Okay. It can be fictional, right?
Yeah.
Good.
I like where this is going.
I think that you should make a podcast episode with Avery from Inheritance Games.
They were gonna say Jameson, dang it.
No. I think I picked Avery because she definitely is a friendship girly. Mm-hmm. You know, her and Max, even her and Xavier, you know, like she's for the friendships, and I think you guys would have a really, really good episode. I mean, definitely the lore of the Hawthorne legacy, obviously. You would have a grand old time talking to her about that. And Jameson. Though you might not like what she has to say about Jameson. Because you're not the one saying it. But I think genuinely it would be a good episode. You know, like, you guys are both kind of, what's the word? Well, you have the same type, I'll put it that way. We could say that. So, not only from that perspective, but she also has, like, lived life.
True. She's
breathed air.
I know somehow we're gonna get there.
I like baiting Katie, guys, just so you know. But no, she's lived life. She knows hard times. And I genuinely think you guys would have a really good episode, especially if you did something where you kind of, like, had some puzzle or, like, riddle or something. That was, like, part of the episode was, like, getting to know each other and doing this. I think that would be cool. And, like, cool. Kind of unique, but I think
Katie and Avery go into an escape room podcast.
Oh, yeah, like that. Like, that would be so good. I would listen to audio of you guys in a escape room together.
That's good. I like that.
I had to think for a while.
I'm gonna go a more antagonistic point of view.
Okay.
Kind of. I think you would shine, and it would be hilarious. Also going fictional. Molly doing a podcast with Dwight Schrute. I think you would really take advantage of that moment and his personality. I've seen you, like, bait people, and I think it would be hilarious if you rage bait Dwight Schrute for 45 minutes of a podcast.
That'd be so fun.
Like, I feel like that would just be gold. I would be sitting if I was sick and couldn't make it, and that's why. I'd be sitting there cackling, laughter, best medicine. That would be hilarious.
That would be so good. That's a good one. Man. Going into the third round. We're almost at halftime here. Oh, let's go with, I mean, just for the fun vibes, I think,
I'm scared.
I think you should do a podcast with Kevin Quinn.
That would be crazy. We got a lore drop on that.
There's more lore on that later.
We'll talk about that lore in another episode.
But I think
Quinn's a random.
I think you guys could have a fun episode talking about some Disney stuff. You know, he's lived the life of being a Disney star, meaning he's, you know, he has some exclusive behind the scenes Disney stuff. And I think it would be kind of interesting, you know, as someone who does like Disney and loved Bunked and loves Kevin Quinn, to just kind of get behind the scenes and, like, learn about it. Or, like, even see, like, behind the scenes stuff about, you know, Bunked, you know? or even working with, what's her name?
Painless?
Peyton List. I almost said Emma Ross.
Close enough.
But Peyton List, like, what it was like working with her, kind of as she was coming out of her Disney era and moving into bigger things, like, with Netflix. So, I don't know, I think...
That's a random pick, but I kind of like it.
I would love to see that.
Well, we've already met, so...
Exactly.
Next time, I know his manager's email.
We could actually make this maybe a reality, guys.
If he gets washed up enough, we can get him on the podcast. I think... This sounds really conceited, because I'm picking someone that I just want to... I want you to get to the bottom of this, okay?
Okay.
I choose my ex-best friend. I want you to grill her and, like, ask her, like, what the heck happened.
What happened?
And I think you would really, like, you would be able to play the field well and, like, like, getting down to the bottom, but also, like, being friendly. Like, I feel like you would do a really good job of, like, not making her feel cornered, but also, like, getting the answers. Because I have so many questions that I don't want to ask her.
But, like, we want answers.
But I need answers. So, I vote my ex-best friend.
That's crazy. But I would. I love
I'm putting you through the fire.
Do
The white shirt and you.
what
all on the same podcast.
It's gonna be the same episode, guys. Oh, man. Okay. I don't think I would make you do that with mine. Probably because there's too many.
Fair.
That lore goes too deep. Let's see, though. Honestly, a little closer to home here.
Oh, no.
Yet again. I think it would just be such a fun episode that, like... Actually, no. Maybe I'll make that an honorable mention.
Okay.
Just kidding. What is this, round 4?
Yes.
Okay.
So far I have Avery, Taylor, and Kevin Quinn.
I have Olivia Rodrigo, Dwight Schrute, and...
My ex-best friend.
He Who Shall Not Be Named.
She Who Shall Not Be.
It's from Harry Potter.
Guys, I was homeschooled. I couldn't read and watch Harry Potter.
I went to public school, so I did. No. I feel like going into another cinematic universe, I want to see you do a podcast episode.
No.
Sorry. Let me just calm down for a second here. But which one? Give me a moment here. I think she's going Stranger Things. Stop reading my mind! You're not allowed. Get out.
I will get out of here.
Get her out of my mind! Get her out of my mind! I'm between two girls, obviously. I think I'm leaning towards your fourth draft for who I want you to make an episode with as being Max. I
would vibe so hard with Max.
I feel like that would rock like crazy, bro. The redhead power bouncing off of each other would go crazy. And even if it's not Max, you know, I think even Sadie Sink herself you would have a fun time with.
She's so cool.
Because she was on All Too Well. She started that, and I think you would love that. And she's lived a couple different lives. She's been in connections with a lot of, you know, strong female presences in the industry right now. Millie Bobby Brown, Jenna Ortega, Taylor Swift. Like, she's kind of well-versed into things. And I think you guys would have a really fun time talking about pop culture. Like, a pop culture episode. Because she's kind of got her foot in all the doors. You're a fan of all these things. And even if it's not Sadie Sink, if it's Max, whichever persona she wants to take on for the day, you would have a fun time talking about Stranger Things and what's going on in Hawkins right now.
That's true.
If she ever gets out of that dang coma.
I didn't even think. No,
I was talking to you about Stranger Things. You were distracted.
I was like, shiny. That's how my brain was. Like, shiny.
So shiny.
Oh, God. Let me think. I can't even... I'm thinking. Me. The concept of
our dream guest.
I have a good one. This is another haha. Okay. Funny haha. And it's another person we know personally.
Oh.
I want a podcast with you and my mother.
I almost said
that for you. We could actually make that happen.
We could.
That would be fire. Imagine a podcast, half of it's you with my mom, and the other half is it me with your mom. Guys, Mother's Day podcast.
Shoot, we need this.
Guys, we need to do it. Anyway,
I think Father's Day, it would be fun for me and Kevin. And I honestly think, my dad's a little more shy, but
I feel like I'd be able to talk to
he likes you.
Clint. Okay, that's good. He waved to me on FaceTime last week.
I'm about to say, he got so excited. He always gets so excited to wave to my friends on FaceTime. Oh, continue. I interrupted.
No, it's okay. Me and my mom. I was about to say me and my mom go way back.
No way.
Molly and my mom go way back because when we were in a room together, my mom and her were also in a room together because it was a room of like 6 people and they needed an adult and it was my mother. Mm-hmm. So they know each other. They have the same vibe. They will be cackling away. This actually needs to happen. Mm-hmm. It's going to happen at some point. But like I feel like that's definitely up there. Like, it's gonna be perfect if you and my mom are on a podcast together, and we will make it happen someday.
I would love that.
That would be hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Round 5. Final round pick for Katie. I already knew this one. I thought of it earlier in the week, but I had to revisit this now, and it came back to me. My final pick for you that I want to see you do a podcast with is Rapunzel.
Okay.
I would love to see that.
I'm gonna steal all my podcast people's man. Because Avery, Rapunzel, what do they all have in common? They're all they're men are on my Pinterest board that we'll talk about the next episode.
I just think you guys would have such a fun time. I think a craft episode, like craft ideas, what you're working on, projects, I
like that.
And I think you have similar personalities, so you would just have such a fun time bouncing off of each other. And I would just love to hear a crafty little episode between you and Rapunzel.
Yes. Please. Please.
And the hairstyles, you would have such a heyday with that.
Yes. We'll talk about braids.
For days. Braids for days. Concept of thinking of the last one.
The concept of drafting.
I also have an honorable mention, so...
I have a good one. Wait, hold up. I want you to have a podcast with Paul the Apostle.
Who the heck is that?
Paul the Apostle? Literally a junior in pastoral ministries. Who the heck is that?
I thought you said Polyopasa. And I was like, who is Polyopasa?
When we come out with merch, it's going to be a picture of Paul the Apostle. Paul the Apostle, guys. Oh. Because I think you would be you would have really good conversations. Not only did he write most of the New Testament, but I think there's a lot of stuff that would be nice to be clarified, especially in this day and age. So if you lived in this day and age, especially with you being a female pastor, being can we talk about this? Because then, you would probably get a definite answer. Yeah. Because right now, there's no definite answer because, So I think it would be interesting to be and he said this, you'd either have, because you have a belief, and now you can see, if you could have an episode with him where he actually says, here's actually what I meant in this day and age.
I'd clarify
you get so much clarification, and then you could, that sounds bad, lord it over others, or not,
Paul said to me, guys.
Guys, he said it to me. So I think that would be really interesting. Ooh, and obviously there's the Jesus one, but I'm gonna spice it up. I'm gonna say Paul, because obviously I want to talk to Jesus, and you'd want to talk to Jesus. But I feel like Paul's a good option.
Yeah. Oh,
plus, then you could just talk about everything he wrote in general. But I think it would be really cool for you to get your answers, and then you'd be right.
Yeah. There we go. It's perfect, guys. Exactly. Let's make it happen.
What's the honorable mention you said?
My honorable mention for you is I want you to make a podcast with Colin.
That would be hilarious.
I think it would be so funny.
That would actually happen though. Like, it's you get called off sick. You're like, don't worry, I'll send a replacement, and it's just Colin.
He's like,
podcast. We're gonna talk about. He's gonna talk about my love life.
He would. It would be like your love life and dating advice, because he does that with people all the time. Like, he'll talk to whoever and give them dating advice, and you know, even though he's only like 23, he's had a lot of life and experience, and he just seems wise beyond his years. And I think he wouldn't admit it, but he does love taking on that role.
He literally, like, one time at camp, Colin's her boyfriend, by the way, also works at the camp we both do.
Mm-hmm.
He literally, he's driving, like, the golf cart that, like, we put kids on a wagon in the back.
Mm.
And there's a seat beside him. He goes, Katie, hop in, let's talk. I'm like, and he drives around and, like, he talks about my love life. And I'm like, we're in the middle of camp, sir. But it was a good conversation. But I'm like, okay.
So random.
That would be interesting. For my honorable... Hold on, let's try that again. Mm-hmm. Honorable mention. Honorable. That's right? Honorable mention would be my cousin, Brayden.
Katie, I almost said that for my honorable mention, but then I changed it.
Also, they go way back. Molly knows, like,
Brayden.
my entire family. But I think they just, every time they have conversations in my presence, it's so funny. And I think having him on the podcast would just be a romp and a half. Like, I think it'd be so
A romp and a half? Are we making this the new thing?
Do you know what a romp is?
Like a romper? No.
A romp is, like, a fun time. Sometimes referred, like, frolic is kind of like a romp in the woods. Like, that's a term. Or, like, a TV show that, like, an episode has, like, no actual plot and it's just for fun is called a romp.
Yeah.
Okay. That would be a romp and a half, guys.
It would be. A romp and a half of me and Brayden. I literally texted him last night. Well, he texted me.
Because, like, you left the call right as he joined.
No, he found this old Discord message between me and him saying that I was going to get a job, because we went to the same college, that I was going to get a job with public safety and ruin his life before he could ruin mine. And then, or no, I was like, I'm going to get a job with public safety and ruin your life. And he's like, well, I'm going to get one and ruin your life before you ruin mine. And he now works for public safety at the school. So he sends me the screenshot and goes, crazy foreshadowing.
That's so funny. I love that. Yeah. That would just be really funny.
So, your full list is Taylor Swift, Avery, Kevin Quinn.
Wait.
There's someone else between Kevin Quinn and Rapunzel. Who did I say?
Play the tape back. Who did you say?
Oh, Sadie Sink.
Sadie Sink.
Rapunzel, and honorable mention of...
Your boyfriend.
Of my boyfriend.
And yours were... I forget. What was the first
Olivia
one?
Rodrigo.
Oh, Olivia Rodrigo. Dwight Schrute. My ex-best friend. My mother. Paul the Apostle. Honorable mention, my cousin. I'm just throwing people in my life towards you.
Katie's like, I'm just gonna use you.
No, I said last
and
night.
I'm down for it.
I said my simplest joy is merging friend groups. So, like, that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm just, like, pushing my friends onto you, or my mother, or my cousin, or my ex-friend. And just being like,
make it happen.
Have fun with that. I'll watch.
Bye.
Yeah. I think that's all for this episode. We made it through the first episode.
We completed our first episode
of the Red Chucks podcast.
And it's only made possible by listeners like you.
Yes. If you are on YouTube, please like, subscribe, comment, please. We love to read the comments. Yeah. I love it. It's actually the funniest thing ever. Type whatever you feel that is nice and not crazy. And we'll take, like, the funny crazy. The goofy crazy.
But be nice.
Yeah, be nice. This is a place of friendship. Duh. Obviously. That's what the whole point is about. Duh. If you are on Spotify, I think you can rate us. Stars? ? I don't know.
5-star that.
5 stars.
Boom!
Even though Red Chucks only have 1 star on them. Give us 5, okay?
Ooh.
Because we have 4 feet and one
big heart. Great minds think
We're
alike.
so on the same page. Yes. So please do all the things. You can comment on Spotify too.
Oh.
Which is new. So please do that.
Yeah,
Once
check
again,
that out.
stay nice. Okay. Be
Love-
goofy, silly. We don't care.
Yeah.
Join the Chuckle. That's the group.
Join the Chuckle.
Follow us on Instagram at the Red Chucks Official.
Red Chucks Official. Red Chucks Pod.
Red Chucks. It's Red Chucks Pod, I think.
I think it's Red Chucks Pod.
I think it's Red Chucks Pod. I think there's... What are the low dashes called?
Underscores?
Underscores.
Low dashes.
Red _ Chucks _ pod, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, do all the things.
Check us out.
Next episode will be out eventually.
So,
Don't know. All right.
love you guys.